Alright, so what's up, folks? Today is August the 1st, 2024, and I don't have much for you today. I'm going to keep it short. Don't I always say that and then end up hanging on in here for like 2 hours or something like that? But it's not going to be that way today. Today is going to be quick. The only thing I'm really going to go over today is a little bit of DateTime. DateTime is something else. I saw a meme one time. Something about some programmers talking about something, and anyway, it was talking about the DateTime convention component. Using DateTime is like one of the worst things that you'd want to do. Which, out of all the things in EasyLanguage, DateTime is one that I don't want to say I understand the least, but I feel like it's so fluid. Anyway, I'm sure I just hadn't done enough with it, but I figured I needed to do something with it today, and I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. All right, so let me show you what I was up to. Let's see. Let's try this. And hopefully, yeah, this will work. Okay. All right, so here we're looking. So this is just generally what we have for the 15-second time frame for today, August 1st. Today was pretty much a bearish day. If we look at the larger time frame, 5 minute, you see it just kind of went down, 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 down. It did something like this similar another day. What day was that? Yes, this day. Very similar. First thing in the morning, kind of peaked up above the pre-market session's highs, and then it just tanked all day. And this one tanked up until about 1 o'clock, and then it had a retracement about 50% of the way of that bearish move. But today, not so much. Tanked all day, and then 3 o'clock. Looks like 3 o'clock we had a retracement, but it only made it as high as that previous base there. So half the move would have been more up here, and this definitely didn't look to be aggressive enough. Not enough going on, nothing really going on down here, no increased volume, increased ticks or nothing like that. So let's actually go to this 3 o'clock time frame and see what happened on the 1 minute time frame. On the 1 minute time frame, I said I need to set up a script to record the spread there on the 1 minute time frame. Go to the 15-second time frame. So 3 o'clock we said, right? 3 o'clock is right in chow. Right in chow. Alright. So, looks like there was a bit of a test of that low here, here, here. Okay, before it did decide to make whatever move it was going to make. It wasn't aggressive at all. But what happened in this low area here? The low fruit. What happened down here? Just looking at the spreads. Spread of one here, spread of one. I think this one is interesting because it's got the higher spread, but it also had some action associated with it. Not only that, but it was really sideways for a while. Again, is it distribution or is it accumulation? One doesn't really know until the move has been made. But once it dropped below and then it did a quick wick up, then you're just like, okay, well, I guess it wasn't distribution to push the market straight down, because it went down and then it quickly rejected and pushed back up. Not only did it reject on chart location, which is the candles, but also on the market metrics, which is the spread and the ticks. And then when it came back down and through this region here, we see that we had the market reacted, right? There's more buyers stepped into the market, more sellers stepped into the market. So that's our indication there. I think that's all I'm picking up on this. But what we've seen typically in the past, when we have a strong, like a reversal, we'll see a high measure of asks come in, and maybe that was this, but as far as I'm concerned, this is not high enough. It needs to be significantly higher than the rest of the players on the field. So as you're coming down, you'd have high asks come in, and then after the high ask, as it starts moving its way up, you'll have the high bids. So the high bids did come in, but typically we've been seeing these high bids more on the way up, not on the way down. So we'll just have to keep looking. All right, but again, it was a bearish day. All right, so I was trying to record my P&L for today, and then I think I came back to the house and I did something, and so I didn't have it saved. So I said I need to go ahead and set up a stream writer for my P&L. All right, so I can set up a stream writer for the P&L on a 15-second time frame. I felt like maybe that would be, you know what? Maybe I'll just do that, so that way it'll apply for the 15-second time frame. But also, when I pull the information from the dictionary for the stream reader, it can plot it on any time frame. But I went through a lot of trouble to try to set up only record, so being on the 15-second time frame, but only recording on the minute. Okay, so I've got a solution for that. All right, so today the bid bust strategy, it performed at minus 209. However, coming into the day, we were already at a deficit of about 166, because that's what we when we were playing around with the chart last night, we went ahead and put the chart into a deficit of 166. So we came to the day with a deficit of 166, and so if you take that 166 from 209, you get what, 44. All right, so we only lost $44 today, which is probably commissions. Yep, so we lost commission, so we pretty much broke even today, which for a bullish strategy, for it to take this many trades and it to be a straight up bullish strategy, only looking for longs, I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad at all. Oh, did I deleted I closed out the other screen. How did I do that? Alright, I closed out the other screen, but the other screen had on, let me see if I can pull it up. The other screen had on it some of the changes I made for the strategy for today. Namely, let me see if I can just open it here. Open workspace. Strat bid bus. Okay, so maybe it saved the. You know what? I don't think it did, because I put it in the indicator window at the bottom. So what I've been trying to do is make myself notes on the day so that I can then copy and paste. I can copy the screen or screenshot it, and then I can have an idea of what happened on the day, what kind of modifications I made to the strategy, all that kind of stuff. So one of the things that I did was that I changed this strategy to I don't even remember. And I tried to make a couple notes within the strategy itself, but there's so many lines to the strategy, it's hard to tell. But I changed. Here it goes. Alright, so this part of the strategy here. I did have con 200 and con 25. It could be con 200 or con 25. And so I changed it to being that not anything with crossovers for lower or faster moving averages, but I just said that the open had to be over the 200 period moving average. Okay, so con over 200, con over 200. All right. So I changed that to being what, the only filter for today, and so it was not supposed to be taking trades unless it was what, over this red line, over the 200 period moving average. So if it's under the 200 period moving average, it's not taking any trades. Got over the 200 period moving average, started taking some trades. Under it, not taking any trades. When it got over it, it's taking trades. Okay, so you see how that works. Gosh, man, it would have been nice to have that P&L graph up, because it was showing initially, there was a move up and then it dropped. Oh, the other thing I did, I was talking about yesterday. I changed the risk to reward. So I made the risk half of what it was yesterday and the day before. So the reward was still what it was, right? So it's essentially a 1 to 2 risk to reward at this point. And that is what saved my butt, because as we were going through losses, we were finding that it was cutting out short. It was cutting quick. So this loss, instead of coming all the way down here and being a loser, it was just cutting it quick. The winners, you got that 2. The loss, you only lost 1. The winners, you won 2. Yeah, so the losers just kind of cutting them quick. The winners were running. So hopefully on a day that is actually bullish, we can actually see some profit. I'm okay with breaking even on a hugely bearish day. I'm okay with that. All that says to me is that, get my strategies together for the bearish side of the equation. But we're going to see what it looks like on the bullish side. We've had a couple bearish days here, so hopefully tomorrow is a little bit of a bullish day and we can see how the chart performs there. Now, let's go over real quick the D1 account P&L indicator. Okay, so it is, where is that? It's right here. Okay, it's right here. So essentially, it's going to plot 2 lines. It's going to plot the line that you come into the day with, and then it's going to plot. So essentially, these would be equal, but because my account is essentially so many dollars less than this opening price was, this opening net worth amount was 98,920, and it's ended the day with 98,877. So that's the difference between the lines. Difference between the lines is the loss for the day. All right, but so this P&L line should go up and down, and that's what I did here. Was I was just making sure that I could save this information so that I could do a stream read and then pull that information back up on subsequent days. So, like I said, I wanted to leave this on the 15-second time frame or whatever time frame, and I only wanted to update or save the P&L information every minute. I don't need it to save every 15 seconds. I mean, that's cool to see, but it doesn't change the facts about how it ends, how the trade ends. So like I said, visually I'll probably have one up so I can see it visually. But as far as recording how the P&L moves during the day, I only really need it every minute. Okay, so what I did, I went through a lot of stuff. I tried a lot of methods. I used timers. Start this timer, and then this timer will start this timer, and then I just kind of had a daisy chain. All I had to do was make a DateTime object, component, whatever, and then I made it DT, and then I said that DT dot el DateTime ex is going to be equal to computer DateTime. So this is going to be the computer's DateTime. All right. You know what? I didn't use that. Yes, it did. I didn't use this. So, if we get a new bar on the chart, on the 15-second time frame, you're going to get a bar on the chart referencing double O's, one referencing 15 seconds, one referencing 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then it starts over, right? So if you get a new bar on the chart, and as soon as you get that new bar on the chart, you're going to take the computer DateTime, whatever it is. If it ends in double O, 15, 30, 45, you're going to take computer DateTime, assign that to the DateTime variable object, and then you're going to pull the second parameter from bar DateTime, which has been assigned from computer DateTime. So if you got a new bar on the chart and the seconds on it happens to be 0, then you're going to go ahead and write your do your stream write, and write PL, right? The stream write is going to be essentially this right here. It's going to be the bar DateTime plus the symbol. I just mashed it all together, and then you're going to add the P&L, and then the beginning of day P&L. All right, and then you're going to write that to the text file. Didn't even need this. You do need close it to close the stream writer. I didn't need the timer. I don't need this timer. Didn't need any of those timers. Like I said, I was going through a lot. It took me a couple hours to get through this, so hopefully I saved you some hours or some days. Alright, so I didn't need this timer. And so we can delete the timers. Just clean this chart on up. Alright, StreamWriter DT, DateTime, start timer. We don't need the vector. And again, I love thinking. I actually love being a little bit complex. I like doing things that others won't do or aren't going to do. But I do realize that at times that makes my path longer. It makes my journey longer. It definitely is fulfilling, at times stressful, but it makes it longer. So I don't know. I enjoy some of that, and then some of that I do realize that if I would just kind of move on, then I could probably get more accomplished. But there's some valor there, you know. All right, so I'm seeing some begin ends here. I'm not sure which is which, so we're gonna go to what I said, what I showed you the other day. We're gonna go to outline here. We'll go ahead and pin that so that all of this left-hand side of the margin shows up. And then, so these begin ends here, we're gonna click begin. So that's that. We're gonna click begin. Okay, so this begin and captures all this. So we just take this and push it in. Like I said, just to give us some order here. All right, and then this begin, open this one up. Got this begin in here. Good. Okay. Now, what happened to this begin? another one in there. Begin. Okay, and then begin plot for. Okay. I'm seeing what this is doing, and I think I like it, but I don't like the way that it shows up. You see how when you're just looking at begin, you can see everything on this line? I like begin end being blocked like this, but because I want it, will this show character? Oh, it does. Okay, so if I put comments and say that we'll just put main body. Okay, cool. All right, well then that's what I want to do then. Okay, so that way I can still utilize the outline and I can look on here and see what the begin end is. That way, if you have a lot of program or something, you're like, oh, there's a begin, there's a begin, there's a begin, there's a bunch of begins. I don't know what they're for. Here you can see what the methods are for because it's on the same line. Inputs, errors. Okay, but the begin ends. Okay, good. All right, so we'll do that from now on. This will be, I don't even know what that's for. Let's see. Data. Open P&L is greater than plot 1. This is plotting entries and exits. Okay, and this begin is the plotting net worth. This begin is one statements. Begin is boom, 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 I'll put actual plots. I don't know. Huh, that one didn't show up. I wonder how come this one didn't show up. Very curious. Very curious. This is I just put alert. Okay, so this one shows up. How come this one didn't show up? I don't know. Maybe there's an error. There is. Well, timer reset. We don't need timer. We don't have a timer actually. And then we don't need to print this. Okay, so no errors, but still we didn't get the comment here. I don't know why, but that's actually okay. I'm impressed that it did the rest of it. Huh, now that's showing up. That's not. That is. That's not. why. I'm sure somebody out there knows. So let me know in the comments how come this isn't showing up, but all the rest of them are. It's exactly the same. Unless you have to put equals true. No. I don't know. Okay, but essentially this is what I get. This is what I get. This is what I get. All right, so we scroll on down. So this is what I'm getting. So I'm getting the bar date time on the 0 bar date time for the 8th minute, 0 bar date time for the 9th minute, 0 bar, 10th minute, 11th, 12th, 13th, so forth and so on. Whereas before, earlier when I was working on it, I was getting the 15th minute. I was getting some for the 15th minute, 15 second, 0 second, 30 second. It was just kind of all over the place. 15 second. So like I said, it took me some time. This was going back as far as what, 7:53. That's 8 o'clock up until 9:22. So I've been working on it. Okay, unpin this and pull this back. Verify it again. This is nice and clean. The only thing that I need to do, I'll do it tomorrow, is come in here and add to it a stream writer. So once I have the data saved, then I can replot it to the screen. Okay, and that's about 30 minutes, folks. So we'll call that a wrap. And hope you got something out of the bar date time information. Again, nobody likes bar date time, but you can use bar date time in itself. Instead of using date time objects, you can just use bar date time dot your operator to do a lot of stuff. So keep that in mind. All right, guys. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.